Hey, what's up guys? Adam Repos Vox here, and you're watching my first multiplayer match in Doom 2016. I took a break from my campaign playthrough. I've been doing a let's play of the campaign and having a fucking blast. But I took a break to play some of the multiplayer just to give it a chance and to let my throat heal from talking during the single player. And so you're watching my first match. It's not by any means the best match. Like I said, it's literally my very first match since the beta, and I barely played any of the beta since I had such weird mouse issues. The mouse issues are fixed. It seems to run fairly well, and it seems alright. It feels a little shallow. My big issue is you're gonna see me die at least 3 times in this match from falling, because the movement system feels really out of whack. Now, I haven't made it far enough within the single player at this point in time to get the double jump jetpack, so I'm not used to it in the first place, but the movement just doesn't feel as precise. It doesn't feel as free or as fluid, and that almost makes me concerned for the next part of the single player campaign once I do get the jetpack, because if it's going to feel that like uncomfortable to move around, then that might actually be a problem. Like that may make my experience less enjoyable, because what I'm enjoying most about the campaign, aside from ripping and tearing, is that the movement just feels so great. Like that's part of the experience of ripping and tearing, is I am just fluidly moving from enemy to enemy and around the map, and I did not feel that way in the multiplayer. I felt like I was struggling a lot. Now, it's developed by a different company, or a different developer, so that may be part of the reason, but I don't know, it just felt different. The weapons all felt fairly balanced. Total Biscuit was complaining that, in the beta at least, there was a bit of a balance issue since everyone has loadouts and things like that. But I was getting killed by weapons that I wasn't using, and I was killing with the weapons I was using, and while yes, the default class is a rocket launcher, and it's a fucking rocket launcher, it's not quite that simple. It still doesn't feel like the Quake-style Total Arena multiplayer. It does have a lot of weird stuff going on. I did get to grab the Demon Rune and play as the Revenant, and that was fucking amazing. I got a few kills with that. That was great. And I kind of like that mechanic. Like it adds an asymmetrical element to it, which is something games have been trying to experiment with for a while, in that, you know, Evolve and various things in like Left 4 Dead, they're trying to make more asymmetrical style games, and that's what I feel like the Revenant does here, is it adds a brief asymmetrical element that, and it's basically like a kill streak, but that anyone can go grab, and so it just kind of rewards whoever can get to it and actually make use of it. And if you can't make use of it, then you don't suddenly get to steamroll the enemy team, you get shut down. I went through all 3 of the default classes that were available to me at the time, because again, I didn't have the custom classes unlocked. The rocket launcher felt most comfortable, just running around blowing people up with rockets. That felt great. The sniper wasn't half bad. Now, of course, this game doesn't have a whole lot of like long sight lines, and it's easy for someone to walk up on you, and I'm not great at the whole no-scoping it thing, as with most arena shooters. But the sniper felt pretty good. The super shotgun was alright. I didn't really get any kills with it. I just used it a couple times before I switched classes. And then the heavy assault rifle feels about like it does in the campaign. Again, I haven't actually unlocked the sniper or the rocket launcher in the campaign yet, so I didn't get to use any of that. The chain gun felt pretty good. It runs out of ammo very quick, and it doesn't feel like I'm doing a whole lot of damage, because I'm just getting like 5 and 6 and 9 hit markers, but you're getting a lot of them. But again, you run out of ammo very quickly. That's why it's called the ambusher class, because you're just supposed to use it when you run up on someone and just unload on them and tear into them. I didn't see any meleeing happen in the game. Since you don't have I assume you don't have the glory kill in the multiplayer. It works a little bit differently. But overall, I mean, it was one game of deathmatch. This is by no means a comprehensive review of the multiplayer by any stretch of the imagination. I simply just wanted to jump in and give my first impressions, as I'm probably going to play it a little bit more over time, as I'm enjoying the fucking hell out of this game, and so I wanted to have a literal, this is my first game, this is what I think, and then I'm going to play a little bit more, and if I get to the point where I don't like it enough and I'm going to quit because I didn't actually buy it for the multiplayer in the first place, then I will just do my impressions of why I ended up quitting and why I'm done with it and why I'm bored or either sick of it, and otherwise I'm going to just give my impressions later on as I've played more of it and what my experience is moving forward. So I'm pretty stoked. It's a fucking amazing game. The multiplayer, again, was developed by a separate studio, it was kind of tacked on, and you have to completely relaunch the game in order to run the multiplayer, which is very inconvenient and frustrating, but that's okay. Overall, the game's running very well for me. I am running it at 1080p instead of 4K. I only have a GTX 970, which is still like second tier card until the 1070 and 1080 come out. But I wanted, since I'm doing video content on it to justify the purchase, I wanted to make sure I maintained a solid 60 FPS, which means running it at 1080p, but that means I get to run it at ultra. Like, everything is pretty much maxed out. I can't use the nightmare settings because I don't have 5 gigs of VRAM. I only have 4 or 3.5 on the 970, lol. So I can't do the full nightmare settings, but I can do the normal, just ultra and high on maxed out on everything. And then I have it on I want to say a 120 field of view. I can't handle 130 all the time, like it feels a little too weird, but the default, but I had it bumped up to 115 and that wasn't enough, so I did 120, and hopefully that's enough for me. Connections were pretty good. I didn't do a server, I just did a find match. It took a couple minutes to find a match the first time, that was a little annoying. And then I spent like half an hour going through and customizing my characters and my weapons, and you know, they got lots of unlocks for that. And there's a ranking system for some reason, and I don't know how that's determined. I'm pretty sure it's just by experience. But there were people who, like, I was level 1, there were 12s and 15s, and then some dude was level 23 and had a 1 next to his name. And I hope the hell that's not a prestige system. It might be, I don't know. But there's a lot you can unlock and a lot of ways you can progress in the multiplayer. I'm just not sure if I'll stick around for it because I continue to hear that it's not very good in the long run. And I got enough multiplayer games, so I won't be too disappointed if that ends up being the case, and that I just don't, you know, I end up not liking it. But this is my first match. Again, nothing good by any means, but do keep in mind that 3 of my deaths were suicide by falling to my death into the lava. The floor is lava. But wanted to share this with you guys. Gonna get back to the campaign. Actually, I may play one more multiplayer match and get back to the campaign, but I'm having a fucking blast with this game. Just wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know if you're playing Doom, especially if you're playing it on the console. Let me know how it is on the console, if it's very different from how it is here on the PC Master Race. And yeah, let me know what your experiences are with Doom so far. I will have a playthrough coming soon. This video may go up before it since it's a standalone video, but smash the like button if you enjoyed. Get fucking subscribed for more Doom so we can rip and tear, damn it. And I will see you in the next video. My name's been Adam Vox. Bye-bye.